Hello, and welcome to Biblical Wisdom. In this special video, we've combined our series on Proverbs chapters 1 through 9 into one complete presentation. If you'd like to explore each chapter individually, you'll also find 9 separate videos available on our channel. To make things easier, we've included timestamps in the description. If you ever feel a section doesn't apply to you right now, you can skip ahead to the part that speaks most to your heart. Spring, Proverbs Chapter 1, the beginning of wisdom. Proverbs opens by declaring its purpose to impart wisdom, discipline, and understanding. The fear of the Lord is described as the foundation of knowledge. Here, we're reminded that wisdom isn't just about intelligence, it's about reverence, humility, and aligning our lives with God's truth. Reflection. Ask yourself, where do you seek guidance first, your own understanding or the Lord's wisdom? Search magnifier. Proverbs Chapter 2, the rewards of seeking wisdom. This chapter emphasizes the pursuit of wisdom as a treasure hunt. If we search for it like silver, we'll discover the knowledge of God. Wisdom protects us from evil paths and guides us toward righteousness. Application. Think of wisdom as a shield. It doesn't just inform you, it guards your steps. Red heart. Proverbs Chapter 3, trust in the Lord. One of the most quoted passages is here. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. This chapter teaches us to honor God with our wealth, accept His discipline, and walk securely. Reflection. Where in your life do you need to stop leaning on your own understanding? Family. Proverbs Chapter 4, a father's guidance. A father urges his children to hold on to wisdom, for it is life. The path of the righteous shines brighter each day, while the way of the wicked leads to darkness. Application. Wisdom isn't just knowledge, it's a path. Which path are you walking today? Warning. Proverbs Chapter 5, warning against immorality. This chapter warns against adultery and destructive temptations. The message is clear. Sin may look sweet at first, but it leads to bitterness and ruin. Reflection. Wisdom calls us to discipline our desires, protecting both our hearts and our families. Tools. Proverbs Chapter 6, lessons on diligence and honesty. Here we find practical advice. Avoid laziness, be honest, and steer clear of destructive behaviors. The image of the ant teaches us diligence, while warnings against deceit remind us of integrity's importance. Application. Small daily choices like diligence and honesty shape the course of our lives. Dove. Proverbs Chapter 7, guard against temptation. This chapter paints a vivid picture of temptation as a trap. The young man who lacks wisdom falls prey to seduction. Reflection. Wisdom is not just about knowing right from wrong, it's about guarding your heart before temptation strikes. Empty speech bubble. Proverbs Chapter 8, Lady Wisdom speaks. Wisdom is personified as a noble woman calling out to humanity. She offers life, truth, and righteousness. Her words remind us that wisdom was present at creation, woven into the fabric of the universe. Application. To embrace wisdom is to align ourselves with the very order God built into the world. Listening to Lady Wisdom means choosing life. Plate. Proverbs Chapter 9, Wisdom's Banquet versus Folly's Trap. The final chapter contrasts two invitations. Wisdom prepares a banquet of life, while folly offers stolen pleasures that lead to death. The choice is ours. Reflection. Every day we are invited to 2 tables. Which one will you sit at, the feast of wisdom or the trap of folly? Closing. Thank you for joining us in this journey through Proverbs chapters 1 to 9. Remember, this video combines all 9 chapters into one, but you can also explore each chapter individually on our channel. Timestamps are in the description. We hope these words inspire you to walk in wisdom each day.
If you found this helpful, consider subscribing to Biblical Wisdom for more chapter-by-chapter insights. May the wisdom of Proverbs guide your steps and bring light to your path.
So, today we're diving into the first 9 chapters of the Book of Proverbs. And let me tell you, this is not some dry list of ancient rules. It's actually a powerful, really compelling drama. And at the heart of it all is one single, fundamental choice, pictured as 2 competing voices, both calling out for our attention. This quote right here really sets the stage perfectly. The message is just so urgent and clear. The single most important thing you can go after in life is wisdom. But what even is wisdom, really? And how do you get it? Well, that's the big question this whole ancient story is trying to answer. The way the author of Proverbs sets this up is fascinating. He basically frames your entire life as a journey where you're constantly getting 2 competing invitations. And these aren't just abstract concepts. No, they're brought to life, personified as 2 very different women. And each one is offering you a totally different path to walk down. So, let's meet our main characters. On one side, you've got Lady Wisdom. She represents the path of life, of order, of real divine insight. And on the other side, you have Lady Folly. She's offering a path of chaos, seduction, and ultimately, well, death. This is the central conflict, the big choice that we're going to unpack. All right, so let's dig into our first character. Who exactly is this Lady Wisdom? Where does she come from? And what is she putting on the table? Now, here's what's so mind-blowing about this. We're not just talking about being clever or having good common sense. Lady Wisdom is presented as the very wisdom of God, a divine quality that existed before the first star was even formed. The text literally says she was right there, next to God, like a master workman during the creation of the world. Just think about that for a second. Her invitation, as you can imagine, comes with some pretty incredible promises. She offers to be your guard and your guide, to give you honor, which is described as a beautiful crown, and to lead you to a long, full life on a straight path. And the wealth she talks about, it's not the fleeting kind. It's deep, lasting, righteous prosperity. I mean, the author couldn't make the value of wisdom any clearer. You could pile up all the gold, all the silver, all the jewels in the entire world, and it still wouldn't even come close to what she's offering. I just love this metaphor. It shows that the journey with wisdom isn't some one-time thing. It's a process. It's just like a sunrise. You know, it starts with a little bit of light, and as you keep walking with her, the path just gets clearer and brighter and more certain. But of course, wisdom isn't the only voice out there calling for our attention. Now, we have to meet her rival, Lady Folly, who offers a stark and, frankly, an incredibly dangerous alternative. Folly's whole approach is the complete opposite of wisdom's. She's loud and flashy, not noble. Her appeal is all about seduction, playing on her secret, impulsive desires for right now. But here's the most important part. For all her noise, the text says she knows nothing. Her path isn't a brightening dawn, it's deep darkness, where people just stumble around without even knowing what they tripped over. And this is Folly's sales pitch. Notice what she's doing. She's appealing to the thrill of the forbidden. It has nothing to do with lasting value. It's all about that immediate rush you get from something you know you're not supposed to have. It is such a powerful and deceptive lure. So this all builds up to a major climax, a real showdown. In Chapter 9, both women set up shop in the exact same place, the highest places of the town. And get this, they're both calling out to the exact same person, the simple, the naive, the one who's still trying to figure things out. I mean, just look at this contrast side by side. It couldn't be clearer. Wisdom offers a real feast she's carefully prepared, actual substance. Folly offers stolen snacks. Wisdom promises you a whole new way to truly live. Folly just promises a cheap, fleeting thrill. And the outcome? With wisdom, you find life. With folly, you find death. Her house is a trap, and we're told her guests are already in the depths of the grave. Okay, so you're faced with this incredibly dramatic choice between life and death. What's the practical advice? How do you actually do this? How do you choose wisdom and make sure you stay on her path? Well, the text gives us a very, very clear answer. After laying out this huge cosmic choice, the author boils it all down to one central command, the absolute key to navigating this whole thing successfully in our own lives. Now, a lot of us have probably heard that phrase, guard your heart, and we usually think of it as, building up walls to keep bad things out. But what the text here reveals is that it's actually a 2-step process. Protecting your heart is the second step. The first and most important step is all about what you intentionally put inside it. So here's the proper sequence. First, you have to actively listen to and really absorb wisdom's teachings. Second, you treasure them. You keep them right at the center of who you are. Then, and only then, do you guard that treasure like your life depends on it. Because it's only when your heart is already filled with wisdom that it can become the source of something truly amazing. This one profound verse is really the ultimate takeaway. The entire quality of your life, what the author calls the springs of life, it all flows directly from what you have chosen to put in your heart. So the question this ancient drama leaves every single one of us with is actually pretty simple. Which voice are you listening to?